What is tax under U.S. law, IRC IRS framework? 1. Legal meaning of tax. In U.S. federal law, a tax is a mandatory financial charge imposed by Congress under statutory authority in Title 26 of the Internal Revenue Code. It is not optional, and it does not depend on receiving a direct personal benefit. Key idea: tax exists only because Congress created it through law. 2. Who creates and enforces tax law? Congress creates tax laws under the Internal Revenue Code. The IRS enforces those laws. Taxpayers comply with them. Simple structure: Congress, IRC law, IRS enforcement, taxpayer compliance. Important: the IRS does not create tax law. It only applies and enforces it. 3. Definition of tax. There is no single one-line definition in the Internal Revenue Code, but legally, a tax is understood as a compulsory charge imposed by law, collected by the federal government for public purposes, without a direct personal return benefit. Key characteristics: mandatory, created by statute, not based on contract, collected for public revenue. Hashner 4. Key Internal Revenue Code sections. IRC Section 1 tax imposed establishes that individuals, estates, and trusts are subject to federal income tax. IRC Section 61, gross income, most important, defines gross income as all income from whatever source derived, includes wages, business income, interest, dividends, capital gains. Exam rule: if it is not specifically excluded, it is included in gross income. IRC Section 62, adjusted gross income, AGI, defines above-the-line deductions such as student loan interest, HSA contributions, educator expenses. IRC Section 63, taxable income formula, gross income minus deductions equals taxable income. 5. Role of the IRS. The IRS calculates tax liability, processes tax returns, collects taxes, conducts audits, enforces compliance. 6. Constitutional basis. The 16th Amendment gives Congress the power to impose federal income tax without apportionment among the states. 7. Tax versus penalty. Tax, a legal obligation under the Internal Revenue Code. Penalty, a punishment for violating tax rules. Examples: late filing penalty, accuracy penalty. How the system works: Congress creates tax law. The IRC defines rules. Taxpayer earns income. IRS applies the law. Tax is calculated. IRS collects payment. Penalties apply if rules are violated. 9. Core exam understanding. IRC Section 61 defines income. IRC Section 1 creates tax liability. IRC Section 63 defines taxable income. IRS enforces the law. The 16th Amendment gives constitutional authority. Final key idea: all income is included in gross income unless a specific exclusion applies under the Internal Revenue Code. If you found this helpful, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. Allah Hafiz.